Welcome back, everybody, for Make Something Monday. Today, we're back again with the Forest Creative, and I have done a lot of work. Not quite as much as I thought I would get done, because I kind of got to a point where I was like, I'm not sure if I like this or not. But let's start off by showing you what I've gotten done this week, or since last episode, rather than this week. It's been a couple weeks. But I've already got the foundations and walls up for several buildings. I'm thinking of these as like, all right, you know, the front ones here, definitely shops. What I'm kind of thinking is I was going to do like maybe a couple of houses back here. I may actually shrink that one down and make it like small little cabins instead for this area. And I'm kind of thinking because of this, it's really weird with the terrain to build on some of it. So it's kind of been difficult to get everything flattened right, which is why some of these buildings are a little taller than others. But I'm thinking right here, like a town hall, like 2 stories, maybe 3 stories high. Chandeliers, the whole thing, you know, right there. And then along this side being like all the little homes, you know, like here's shops, but then I'm going to have the houses turned. So there'll be the backs of the houses here and all just kind of going along here. You also can see I have added mod API so I can do flying around and stuff. I'm actually in free cam mode because it makes it go so much faster. I did get the additional docks done on this side, and because the other side is enclosed in that little bay, this is open except for the little islands there. I went ahead, I did extra docks here. This is where most of it's going to be done. And I've added a kind of a customs check-in point. 2 tables where basically you bring in your fish and whatever you got, and they kind of check it out first before it gets carried up. And anything bad will get put on the racks over here. I want to do kind of maybe like a whole boardwalk over here, like putting just one long platform all the way from there down to here and have it where it's like you step up onto the platform here and it's like a boardwalk, basically. I did bring a walkway down. I also found out something I didn't know. You may not know either. You can actually mount skull lights inside the underneath part of platforms like this. So I've got a skull lamp on each of these. Nice kind of looking out, and those, you know, noticeably are much brighter than the standing skull lamps, which I have on top of each of the towers. But that's where I am at right now. I did start a couple of gardens here, and I'm going to show you some tricks that I have been making use of for making things look a little bit better. Here we are, and you see I've got all this grass here, and I was actually going to put some more, garden beds here, planter beds here, but the thing is I don't want the grass sticking up through it. So the trick you can do is if you take the rock path, and I'll show you right here like this, you put it up there. Once you complete it, which you can use this in, you know, normal survival mode, though you're going to be doing a lot of rocks, gathering and applying rocks and then destroying things. So you place the rock path down and you see, look at all that. It's completely clear. No plants, no grass, nothing there anymore. So if I just take it and do the same thing here, I go all the way along there. I plant and build. Let's see. I think I got messed up a little bit. I think I went too far on it. But we'll build. There we go. All right. So once you build it, if you take the hole cutter and carefully select it, and you gotta be careful about this because you can tend to select something else. Like, see right there, I only selected the very end of it. What I really want to get is like the main bulk here. And once I've got it highlighted, quick press of E, and the rock path is destroyed. And now I have this nice, clear, flat ground. Well, not flat, but, you know, no grass on it at least. So it gives me a nice place. I don't have to worry about the grass sticking up through like my plant beds and stuff like that, making it look all bad. Unfortunately, I missed a couple of spots in the houses where there's like a bush sticking up. And right now, I don't think this even works against the bushes that spawn and grow around the area. I think this only works on the grass that grows, because I haven't been able to get the bushes to stop respawning yet. Okay, so we have this whole section here cleared. Now, the grass is gone, but it still spawns rocks and such as that. If I was to place the garden bed here, you see the grass sticks up through it. But now that I've used the rock pass to get rid of this, I can place a garden here and grow it out, reach out. And I've noticed this is very iffy in this location because it apparently is whatever, level it's supposed to have. If you go past a certain point on the level of the ground, it stops working. You can't go any more in one direction, even if you are perfectly fine within the limits of space. It's not too big. You can't keep going because apparently something with the way the ground level dictates how far it can go. If the level is too low, like here, it's going to stick through the ground. You see it goes red right there. And it's just been very problematic getting it to all line up just right. And before I place that down, it is time to do a rock path here as well. But right now I have what could be 4 shops. I know at least one's going to be kind of like an armor and weaponsmith, arrows, bows, things like that. I can make it where they have bows and swords on the wall for sale and, different types of armor sets there. So I want one to be armor. One should be like, I guess, a general goods store where I can have booze and different food stuff and everything, just kind of like everything. I'm not sure about the other one, so I might turn some of these into just regular homes or a combination where it's a home and a business. I'm not sure, but that's one thing I want to work on today. I want to go ahead and start doing some of the decorations today. I haven't done the roofs yet because I was kind of wanting to see if there's a better way to do them. Because unfortunately, when you do the custom roof and you place it, it always orients in the same direction here. I cannot get it to let me do it in any other direction. So there's this gap here at the top of the walls, and I can't get past that. There's no way to turn the whole cutter at an angle and cut a section of the wall off, and you can't really do a great line up on the rock walls if I put them up there. So it's kind of, I hope they do something where you do a partial wall or change the roof where it will encapsulate that outer edge where that gap gets filled. But we gotta wait on the devs to do that. Okay, so using the same trick that I've used in my survival series, where you build a short rock wall as kind of a base point and then place a custom floor on it, I have created what gives basically the look of a counter. And I think what I want to do now that I have that done, I'm actually going to add a small little extension to the front of the rock wall. If it will not skip around like that on me, if it'll just go where I want it to, right there, like that. And now I have a nice little shop counter. Hey, you just walk up. Yes, I would like to place an order, please, sir. Okay, so I have finished the armor smith, weaponsmith shop for the time being. I'm probably gonna add some more decorations. I'm just not sure what yet. We got a little bit of deer skin on the wall. I've got a katana and a bow and a upgraded spear on display. So this is the kind of stuff you can buy from the guy. We also have armor stands for the stealth armor and the bone armor. So hey, I can get some armor. And we got a couch so you can sit down and wait while he makes you some arrows or makes you some bone armor, custom tailored bone armor so to fit you in case you might be, short or big and tall. And behind it, I have 4 baskets for arrows so you can come in. Hey, I need 20 arrows. Okay, let me grab you 20 arrows. Here you go, sir. Thank you for your business. We've got bone baskets back here. I went ahead and put 15 bones in each. So this is where he comes, grabs his stuff. Hey, okay, let me get your measurements. I'm going to make you some bone armor. I've got to put some lizard skin, and I think I'm going to do some deer skin as well on this so that we have a good balance here. Probably put, some deer skin stuff on the walls back here later on. I've got 2 weapons racks. One that has the bow, katana. Then I have one that's got 2 upgraded spears and a katana right now. Because we're going with the whole Viking thing. Vikings use swords. We just don't have a Viking long sword, top thing. So we'll have to go with the katana and make do. But that is the the armor smith, weaponsmith shop for the time being. Come by, say hi. And this is the one that already has the rock wall around it. So now what I'm thinking is this one needs to be the general store. Just, all the random stuff you get, the booze, we can have mushrooms, we can have different berries. I don't think we can do berries because we'd have to have a spot for them, but that does give me an idea. I do have this little space here. This could be like the community growing plots, but I could also like block this off with his own little wall that comes out behind here and change one of these to a door with ladder or with steps coming down, and have him a little small growing plot back here for him to grow his stuff. And this could actually be where he has like his berry bushes and stuff. That's a possibility. I might try that, or I might wait. I think I'm gonna wait first and see, because I need to add some more stuff through here in the off-screen time. A little more tidying up, getting rid of all this extra grass and things like that, so it looks a little bit better. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to do things up this way. What I'm thinking is I might actually do the town hall type thing, the big town hall up this way, where everything comes up here, and this is the town hall right in front of the tree. Turn the tree into like a little park kind of thing for the kids, maybe, build a tree house type thing up there. I'm feeling like, if I did the hall up here, that would work really well. This is the gathering hall. Everybody comes up here. They have their big Viking meals. Then you got all the houses down this way, and you've got, some more houses this way, and then the few shops from the different people there that don't want to be fishermen. And then we got all the fishing people that come up from the sides here with our nice, cranes. So they come up here, bring up their goods. We need a place to process everything. And that's why I'm kind of thinking is we need for fishing. And that can, of course, be, like a processing thing. Like they're going out getting trade goods from another location. Oh, hey, we brought you some fish. Give us some, logs or sticks or whatever, so they can have some trade stuff going. The general store guy could be sitting there needing some goods from another location. Like, here, I'll give you this money. If you buy this, you take a cut. Kind of works. So I'm thinking we actually need something like along in this area as like a processing stop. Like, hey, maybe not that tall, because it does slope down. Maybe, that's still tall. It's so much of a slope, and this side does it too. That's the one thing I'm really not liking about being unable to like level stuff. And you know what? Before we do that, I'm going to take out the grass here. Now that I know I can do that readily. So I'm going to clear all this grass, and plant growth out of the way real quick, just so it looks a little cleaner through this area. Okay, so I feel like I've got a good bit of grass cleared. So I'm going to show you once again, when you place the rock path down and you finish that rock path, it immediately clears all of the grass right through that section. You end up with everything clear. Unfortunately, it doesn't like clear the rocks and level things out. If it did, that would be so much better. But it doesn't do that. It doesn't also affect like the herbs and such that are placed around the area. And you can see just how many of these I went ahead and built. I was like, I won't have to take out a bunch of stuff with the rock or the hole cutter. So why not build it so I can just keep going and take out a couple at a time like I'm doing here. So that was a very easy way to get this whole area completely cleared. Now I don't want to clear this path that's highlighted. I want to get these two out, because those are the ones I don't want there. Those are the ones I was just using to clear out. This is the path that leads between that crane and this crane and to here. So now, look at this. Partially terraformed area. And that's more than enough room for me to build a, platform like I want without having any grass sticking up. I guess I'm going to have to go a little higher so I can keep it away from the rocks there, so it doesn't have a problem with the rock sticking through the floor. yeah, it looks a little wonky, especially with the way the roof is done on that one side, but it does work. And I've left the side here completely open because what I'm thinking is I want to do it where it's just like, here's a little stair that goes right there. Probably should have gone back just a little bit more than that. But we're going to try to get this lined up where I basically just have the whole front thing be nothing but stairs. And now that it's not even, oh, that does cause a problem. I may have to forego lining up to that and do exactly even dimensions so I don't have this weird thing there, because I like to have rows, like you walk into a grocery store and you got aisles. I want to do that kind of thing with it. So yeah, I may have to go ahead and demolish the whole thing. Take a look around. It looks pretty good. So now I should have exactly what I'm looking for. A little bit bigger this time. So actually, you know what? We've got 3. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll just do a door after all. Why not? Why not have a door? You know, it's secure in case of somebody wants to just walk in and grab a piece of fish off the racks. You know, this is the town's livelihood. Everybody needs the fish. You don't just need to go in and steal it. So we've got that. We're going to do the roof real quick. Get that kind of done. Okay, so I changed my mind as I started building all the drying racks, and it got dark outside. I saw how dark it was inside, and while there shouldn't be anybody having to come here, maybe they're going to have a guard standing inside, you know, watching everything, make sure nobody steals anything. But here we go. We've got 5 drying racks for each side of each aisle, and I can basically go through each aisle like this, and then this side accesses those 2, and those 2, and those 2. And yeah, I did get a few of them crossed a little differently over this way. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes with the blueprint ghosts how it's lining up right, but it works. We do have access all walk through the front, so that is a lot of fish that can be stored there. So I'm gonna have to get started putting some fish in place on this during the off-screen hours. But there it is, all nice and lit up. You see how it's lit up through the gap of the roof, but it's not all lit up where it's just shining through the walls themselves. All right, well, so far today, I've gotten the blacksmith fairly well, you know, designed as far as the interior layout. I've got the curing, drying, you know, depository place for all the fish set up now. I've got to fill the racks in. I've got to do some more design work with the blacksmith during the week. I also need to go ahead and figure out how I want the general store to work. I'm kind of wanting to have like blueberries and stuff like that where he can reach that and take it and sell it. But at the same time, also know, you know, that's going to have to be walled off. And I'm not sure I like the idea of that wall. But I am going to continue working on this as I can during off-screen time. I'm still wanting to put more focus on other games, including on the forest in survival mode, than what I'm doing with this. It's just more of a for fun and getting to put together this idea I've had in my head for a wholly themed island, everything going with a central theme. And so I'm going to try to hurry up and get some more stuff done on this one before the next episode. And maybe next episode be able to finish pretty much the rest of the town. And once this is done, I need to figure out which location I want to move to next in order to create something new and add to that. And I've got a couple of ideas where I want to go next. One that's smaller, one that's bigger, but eventually I'm going to cover the whole island. All right, so that's it for today's episode. If you liked the video, be sure to hit that like button. Also hit subscribe and tick the notification bell because it helps me out, lets me know you're watching, lets me know you're enjoying everything. You also follow me on Facebook and Twitter to, you know, keep up everything there, or say hi to me. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you liked the video, if you didn't like the video, if you've got suggestions for me to use in building out this town, or a suggestion of where to build next. I'd love to hear it. But again, you know, that's it for today's episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video.